home of the local USA men's match play championships. Uh, we'll be starting off on the first hole in just a minute. Ben Kelley versus Clint Wright semifinals. Winner goes to the finals. Stay tuned. Hey everyone, we're going to flip the order of the TVs today. So we're actually going to let Clint and Ben go first, and then Dustin and Grant will go second. So if you're staying tuned for John Dell's channel, that's why he is going. He's not up yet. So off the tee first, Clint Wright. And he hits the tree, first available, which, to be honest, last time he did that, he still came out on top. So no worries there. Here's Ben with his first shot. And he throws it. He's out there. And he's going to be in the middle. Alright, so here's Clint's second shot. We'll get out here where we can see it a little better. So, really, it depends on how close he is to those trees as to what his angle of approach will be. Don't want to get too behind him and mess him up. Here's Clint's second. And this one he gets out, but he's low, and he's actually in the left woods. So, and we are off now. So, I want to welcome you guys to the semifinals. I don't know if I've ever heard of both semifinals being played on the same day, quite frankly, close to the same time at that. That's what we have for you today. You have this stream will be Clint versus Ben, and John Dell's stream will be Grant versus Dustin Nelson. It should be two great semifinals. And the fun thing about this is once today is over, we know who's in the finals. So it's kind of a exciting way that the day is going to go. So I want to thank you for joining us. And again, check out both streams. The links are on the Facebook pages for that. Looks like they're looking for Clint's disc. So, for those that have just started joining us, if this is your first match play you've seen, we'll go through, and I always like to break down the rules of match play in the first hole. Difference between match play and stroke play. Stroke play is just how many strokes does it take you to get through all 18 holes, and one with the least amount of strokes wins. Match play is about who won the most amount of holes, not necessarily who had the least amount of strokes. So you could lose a hole by 4 strokes, but you still only get 1 hole or 1 point. So it's kind of a interesting way to play. You can be hyper aggressive at times. You can also, let's see if we can walk over here and see if we can see what's going on. This is never a good start. First hole, we get that. So I've just heard that they saw it. So we're going to zoom back out so we can see where it ends. match play really allows you some different aggressive plays and different matchmaking type of strategy to be played. Sometimes you want to be aggressive, sometimes you just want to lay back. All right. And I think he gave up hole one. Let me check real quickly. All right, so that's it for hole one. I'll update the scorecard. You have Kelley 1 up. See you on hole two. And we're back. Hole two, 275 feet. Ben Kelley has the tee. And he goes to throw a turnover, just clips the trees, but he still cut the hole in half. He'll have an approach shot from there and be able to make a pretty easy three. Now Clint Wright. And Clint throws one down the middle is leaking left, and I believe we've seen him be in that position before. I believe he was in that position against Doug Barrett and made the putt. So Clint's no stranger to that. A couple other factors today to talk about. Considering the way the weather was acting earlier today, it's absolutely beautiful out here. We're talking about low 70s. Even though it's been raining all day, the ground is it's got some moisture in it, but not a ton. The wind is absolutely non-existent right now, which is nice. Let me try to get that settled down a little bit. I'm sorry. But overall, you can't really complain on a day like today, especially after the early afternoon we had. Here's Kelley for a second. And he throws a jump putt. It's a little bit short, but nothing that Kelley can't make, so there we go. Alright, so here's Clint's shot. Here's Clint's putt for birdie and to take the hole. And he's low. So he'll tap that in for par. So Ben Kelley here has a chance to have the hole go in hole 3. 1 up. And he does it. Sorry about the camera issues. Got some cords kind of tying up. Hopefully we'll fix that before hole 3. And we're back. We missed Kelley's tee shot. Had to hopefully fix a couple things that will hopefully help in the future. So a couple other factors. Grass is kind of tall. So rollers may be not in play. We'll see on hole 14. I did not get to get out to hole 14 before the match, so I don't know how thick the grass is there. But also I know that Clint's already remarked a couple times that he's pretty worn out. It's been up since 3 in the morning, so I think there's a little bit of fatigue going there. Maybe not as physically, but mentally. But hole 3, par 4, it's 560 feet. Plays a lot longer than that. And you're going to see Kelley here had a great shot. But you're going to see where Clint goes on these shots. It's going to be really interesting. Clint's pretty far up there, and he has a big window because of it. Here's Kelley. Here's his second shot. And it's a low release for Kelley. He'll be throwing his third from there. So, which, we'll see how this match goes, but it's absolutely a beautiful day, though, for disc golf. Can't complain with it whatsoever. And I'm going to assume based on either match, however it goes, if I am able to get any coverage of the other match from one end, I'll do that as this match concludes, or as John Dale's concludes. I don't know what his plans are. Here's Kelley for his third. Trying to throw a hyzer flip. It actually goes left. He's going to be from the base of the tree on the left for par, so not really where he wants to be. So Clint has an opportunity here to park this, get a hole. You may not even have to park. You may just be able to get it semi-close and put the pressure back on Ben. And it looks like he did just that. It looks like he may be 15 feet away, if that. So when we talk about the quarterfinals, Clint beat Doug Barrett to secure his place into the semis, and Ben Kelley beat Darius Turrentine to secure his place in the semifinals. If Clint's able to win this, he'll actually be in the finals for the second year in a row and have an opportunity at redemption. So here's Kelley for his fourth. And he's just off the top. So Clint has a chance. He can actually just lay this up, take the par, and take the hole. And it sounds like that's what's happened. He gave him the hole. We'll move on to hole 4. All square. And we're back. Hole 4. Clint has the tee. And he goes for the gap play. Oh, I don't do it. You heard him remark that's why he doesn't go gap play. He hits first tree available. But he has an easy pitch up to the corner. Here's Kelley. And he early releases his forehand, but it does drop as well. He should have an easy up to the corner as well. Typically we see, and that's why you saw me take this angle, typically we see Clint Wright go over the top and try to go for the fairway. But this is one of the hardest holes in the course, par 4, and now with the new basket location, it's even harder. You see You know, par here typically is a pretty good score now. We've seen in this competition plenty of bogeys and double bogeys. So here's Kelley. Here's his second. And Kelley shot, and he hits the tree. He's not around the corner just yet. So he actually has a decision to make coming up. Will he just pitch up, try to get up for 4 or 5, or does he try to get aggressive and go crazy? That's what Clint's looking at now. Clint's thinking about going over the top. Let's see what he decides to do here. So this hole plays typically just over par in tournaments. Makes it one of the harder holes here at the course. And it looks like he's decided against it. It looks like he's just going to go around the corner. And, you know, I think that's probably a good decision. His playing opponent did not make the corner. He has a chance to make the corner and see what Kelley does. I think that's probably a wise decision. He is thinking. He's still looking at that shot, though. So here's Kelley for his third. And from here to the basket is probably 240 feet-ish, around there. Here's Kelley for his third. You can see the gap he has to play through. There is a gap to the right he can go for if he wants, but it doesn't look like he's going to. Nope, he plays the pitch out, so Clint has the advantage here to do something. So
there's alcohol on the course and disqualified.
Are we pulling the Sarah Hokum?
Yeah, there's a little bit in that can.
I don't believe this is PDGA sanctioned, so.
Right.
So here's Clint in his third. Opportunity here to get up and down for par. And it looks like it skipped just to the right side of the opening. Can't tell from here. We're a little cut off. Okay, so he gave the heads up and down. So, yep, right side of the opening. So he'll have a little bit obstructed, but it's a straight shot for par. So Kelley knows what he has to do. So let's get up here and see what we have here. It's absolutely a beautiful shot here. And Kelley, you could tell, was running that. You could tell he was trying to run that. Just either didn't have enough disc or just let it tail off on him too early. So, also I have some change on the ground. I'm not sure why. Someone's tipping the course. Alright, so Clint has an opportunity here to make this putt and take the hole. And actually, looking from here, it looks like yep. So they're discussing what this putt's for. So it looks like actually Kelley's actually sitting up really nicely. So he needs to make this putt, take the hole. Clint Wright for the win of the hole. And it's in. Clint goes up one up. We'll meet you in hole 5. Here we go. There we go. Hole 5, 240 feet long, slight turnover. Ben Kelley with this shot.
Come on. Clean.
All right, so both opponents hug the left side of the fairway. Both did not kick left, though. Both are looking to where they could easily get up and down, so it's just a decision of who wants to try to go aggressive here. But hole 5 has this tight fairway, and if you can throw a slight turnover that just finishes straight or even fades back a tad, it's the perfect shot for it. Both of our opponents went left, went with the early release, and Ben with the late release. Actually, I thought it looks like they're looking for Clint's disc. So it did kick further left than I thought.
Oh, yeah.
So we're looking for the disc right now. Alright. Alright, so it looks like Clint has found his disc. Get further back here. Clint with the jump putt. Gives it a good run. He's sitting beside the basket 5 feet, so he's a tap in. So Kelley knows what's in front of him. He can try to run as if he likes to see if he can scare Chains and knock it in the basket. And just strong and just right. Looks like it was just a slight pull. Looks like he's about 10 feet out. I expect both these gentlemen to make their comebacks and us go into hole 6 with Clint one up. So the winner of this match will play the winner of Grant Kelley and Dustin Nelson. And again, if you want to know who wins that match, it's actually going on behind us. So tune in to John Dale's YouTube. Crohn, CROHN 321, and you'll see that match. And he's in. And I expect Clint Wright to make his. And we move on to hole 6. Clint stays one up. See you then. Hole 6, 355 feet long.
Oh, nice.
355 feet long. Downhill, place probably maybe closer to 320. Clint has the tee. And he swings this wide. It's coming back. This could be really good. It's got to come back a little quicker. He's a little long. Cannot tell if it went down the hill or not. He's saying it's juice, so that tells you it may be long in a ditch. Here's Kelley. And he throws one a slight turnover, but it's coming back. It's just not coming back as fast as it needs to. And he's long. It looks to be long as well and right. So we'll see where these gentlemen are as we get closer. So. Oh, so both are going to be able to absolutely attack this basket, though, because neither one are putting towards the OB. So we know that we have some aggressive putts coming. We just don't know how aggressive. Rollaways can happen on this hole. And we don't know exactly where the gentlemen are. We're assuming Ben is up. I think he's up, sitting okay, but probably 30 feet out. Clint may be outside of circle 1. We don't know for sure yet, so we'll know as we get closer. This hole typically is where you start feeling the wind at first. Right now, there's really no wind to speak of, so I don't know if they were anticipating wind or whatnot, but no wind to speak of today. I mean, you can't complain with how beautiful it is today. It's an absolute beautiful day for some disc golf or walking, as you can see in the background. I have a couple with the dogs. So going through the 5 holes, both gentlemen are playing pretty fast. From what I remember, Kelley, this is probably his typical speed. Right, it feels like he's playing a little faster, but the last couple holes he's slowed his pace, so maybe he's settling into the way he's going to play for the match. Clint's actually closer than we thought, and Ben is further out. So Ben actually, he's sitting right at 30, circles the edge, so we'll see what he can do. Clint's sitting at 20 feet. So this is potentially to put pressure on Clint. So Kelley's waiting for any distractions to be removed. Smart play. Here he is. Putt. And just high. Absolutely did give it enough. Clint knows he makes this. He takes the hole. So when we assess the 2 players' games, Clint's known for having the big arm. Able to make all types of throws. As you saw in hole 3, I mean, he got all the way down to where many of the drives from the short tee would be. Here's Clint to win the hole. And they go 2 up. And he's just off the right side. And you can tell he wanted it. Sorry about that if you heard that. So both of them tap in. It's going to stay Clint 1 up. We'll see you in hole 7. Here we go. Hole 7. About 130 feet, I believe it is. Probably plays 130, maybe 150 from the longs. I can't remember. Clint has the tee. and it's actually coming out left. He somehow made it through the right gaps in the trees, which usually get swallowed up by all that brush and stuff, but he made it all the way through. He's got a putt for birdie. Kelley shot low and away. Still a chance to make birdie as well. Both of them are not in ideal positions. I think Clint's probably with the clearer shot here. So as we assess the game through 6 holes, seems like Clint's settling down, starting to play his game. Could have had a chance to take one on Kelley there. Kelley, Kelley, like I didn't get to say before, Kelley's known for his putting game. He can make putts from outside of circle too. So here's a chance to show that. Kelley for birdie. Ooh, just by another 3 to 6 inches to the right from him, and that's in the chain. So just goes to show Kelley's ability to make a putt from outside circle 1. It's pretty well known around here.
I know, dude. Missed 4 out of 50 in warm-up.
Who did?
4 out of 50 putts in warm-up. And then this.
Well, that tells you where he's at. He's got a chance here, though. Right, so here's Clint. Take the birdie. Go 2 up. And he's in. Clint goes 2 up after 7. We'll see you on hole 8. Hey guys, I'm back. Didn't realize the mic was on mute. Hole 9. Clint has the tee box. Low hyzer, he pulled it a little bit. It's got to get through. It does get through. He might have a side look at that basket. It'll be about 40 feet away. Here's Kelley. I'll try to follow it this time. Kelley with going to forced turnover. Doesn't get enough height on it. Fights out early. He's going to be closer than Clint. So he'll get to see what Clint does first. So, sorry about the muted mic. I'll summarize what I said on hole 8. It's my fault. Looking at the first 8 holes, basically, Clint's had some. I have no idea. Clint, absolutely known for his arm, has made some really great shots. Hole 3, he absolutely decimated with a super easy 3. But then turn around hole 5, early release, not what he's looking for, didn't give himself a chance at a 2. And then Kelley, his shots are his shots. They're back and forth. I think he would say that as well. His putting is always the thing that's, got himself holes. And really, there's probably 2 holes where he would have made a putt by now. And I would say that's the difference in the match right now. So in hole 8, you can tell, hole 8 I always call a swing hole. It always feels like that's the hole that, you feel momentum swing on. It stayed still, so I would say advantage nobody for that hole and going forward. I mean, what more do you expect? It's the semifinals. Here's Clint. Here's his 2. Runs it by. He's probably 15 feet, 10 feet away, around 12 feet. Kelley knows what he's got. He's got a chance to get a hole. Go back down, being only 1 down. Here's Kelley. And you can tell he was not able to push off at all, and it ended up causing the disc to hit the front of the cage. He just could not get any power behind that.
Had to go over that branch.
Yeah. Also had to go over a branch he mentioned. Here's Clint to have the hole. He does so. We'll meet you on hole 10. Clint Wright up 2. All right. Here we are, hole 10, par 4, 502 feet long. Basket is to the right of where it is typically. Clint Wright has the tee. This could be really a big momentum swing hole right here coming up. And goes to throw the roller. It hit something, stood up pretty, and it is way down there. And there is a branch. We see a branch from down here in the middle of the fairway, and it absolutely stopped it. It could have been maybe 50 feet away. It could have been maybe 50 away. Here's Ben Kelley to answer. He knows what he's got to do now. And he is going roller to just hit some of the leaves along the way. It probably stopped it just enough. Here's Grant. Oh! And Grant, we see from behind us, Grant that had to be a 50-foot putt. That's going to put some pressure on Dustin Nelson. We're going to watch it as we walk, so sorry, it's going to be a moving camera. And he's short. From last we heard, Dustin Nelson was up 2 before that hole, so it sounds like Dustin Nelson will be up 1 going into the back 9. So 2 very close matchups. Anything could happen at this point. The back 9 is known for swings and shifts. Here's Kelley with his second. Ooh, it was an absolutely beautiful shot. It just hit the one skinny tree of the 3. So he's going to be playing catch up here. So you can just feel the momentum of the match shifting. Even though Clint's worn out, been up since 3 in the morning. Excuse me, you could tell momentum is just going to his side. You can just feel it. Kelley's getting a little more frustrated at different shots throughout the way. But it is a Kelley. At any point, one big putt could absolutely shift this momentum. But as you can see, there's his disc over there in front of the fallen branch. I have an interesting feeling that that branch will be moved. It will. Yep, there you go. So it's now moved. So he wants to make sure that whoever has the finals is able to get where it needs to be. So here's Kelley with his third. And it is straight at the basket. You know, he's still got probably a shot. I think Clint was there the last time we filmed him against, I forgot who Clint played. Doug. And I believe Clint that's where he made his putt from. So definitely a place you can make putts from. You got windows there. So here's Clint. Now here's his second. Could have been a whole lot closer, but it is where it is. He has a real good opportunity here to just throw one up, make a 3, and go 3 up through 10. And while it's probably not as good of an upshot that he would like, it's still a makeable shot from there. So I know he'll talk about his putting from that spot, but we've seen him make putts from that distance. So definitely can be done. We start thinking about the holes ahead. Hole 11 is definitely a hole where a forehand is an advantage. We know Kelley has that, and hole 12 is one where we see many of the locals throw forehand, and 13. So the next 3 holes get super intriguing. Those could be 3 holes where if Kelley can get 1 or 2 of those holes, bring this match back to just 1 up, or even, possibly even, this match could get really good in the final 5 holes. We'll see what happens. So now here's Clint with a 3 and to take the hole. Just hits the top of the cage short. Alright, so Kelley knows what he's got to do. If he can somehow make this putt, he will have the hole, and you can absolutely feel the momentum shift. So here we go. Can Kelley make the putt? He's got an obstructed putt. We're not going to walk over there anymore. Can Kelley make that putt to have the hole? It just hit chains. It looked like it hit even the bottom of the chains and still came out. Heartbreaker, but Clint will go 3 up. We'll see you on hole 11. Here we are at hole 11, 275 feet long. Plays longer than that, probably plays 320 feet. And where the basket currently is, Clint Wright has the tee. Slow, if it stays up, it could go, and it doesn't. It just catches the hill. He's going to be about halfway through the hole. Kelley has an opportunity here. If he can get past, at least just get past Clint. Put pressure back on Clint. No telling what could happen. Here's Kelley. Oh, and he does that. This is an absolutely wonderful shot. It's going through. Can it get? Actually, doesn't get through the first line of trees. It didn't look like. He may have a window there. We'll see. Kind of slowed down faster than we were anticipating. The basket where it's at right now plays probably 320 feet. And it's probably the hardest hole now to get a 2 on. But one of the easier ones to get a 3 if you just play it wisely. So it's always the risk-reward factor on this hole now. And there's a few of them like that now. So when we start taking a look, this is hole 11. Forehand could have been a play here. He went against it, went backhand to try to flex it up. Now, with Clint being midway through the hole, could make some sense because he is in front of him. He gets a chance to see what Clint does here. If Clint doesn't park it, he knows, okay, I can lay it up and see what Clint does in there. A little bit of gamesmanship in match play is one of the interesting things about match play when we compare it versus stroke play. But here's Clint. He's probably a good 90 to 100 feet away. Has all kind of branches in his way. It's going to be a tough shot. Does he decide to go low through it? Or does he decide to try to go beside the branches with something a little understable? And maybe it sits quietly. He goes low, right at it. It is past it. We'll have to see how quickly it sat down. Definitely was in line with the target, though. So here's Ben, his second shot. He'll be able to see where Clint's disc went. In fact, the further Ben walks, the better off. In fact, Ben has an excellent look here at this hole. He can actually kind of run this. Here we go. Let's see the gap. Ben with his second shot.
Oh, get it.
and he just flashed the basket right in front of it. That was a moment where, that was a moment where you were looking for some Kelley magic to occur, and it looked like that was going to be it, but it just went short of it. So we'll have to see where Clint's disc is. It looks like he actually went pretty long. He may be a good 15 feet away. So again, he can always make these putts, but under the situation, under the pressure, the opportunity to have this hole, can he make it? Clint Wright, potentially, to have the hole. Dead in the chains, absolutely clutch. We're going to assume Kelley makes his. We'll watch him tap in. And Kelley makes his. That's going to be a half. Guys, Clint Wright's going to stay 3 up on Ben Kelley. We'll meet you on hole 12. Here we go. Hole 12, par 3, 270 feet long. Clint will continue to have the tee box. He goes back in. If it skips, it could be really good, and it did. Oh, but he gets a roll away, and it's rolling to about 30 feet away with trees obstructing his putt. Ben has an opportunity here to take advantage of the situation. Here's Ben's throw. Oh, and if this stays straight enough. Oh, and it just hit the little branch and knocked it down. It looked like it was going to go over that branch, but I think the branch reached up and touched it. It's absolutely crazy. So, I think, so we're now through 11 holes. I think this match can be defined as Kelley has an opportunity to do something special, and it just doesn't happen. And Clint's just maintaining, doing what he needs to. He's made some excellent putts. He's made some 15-foot putts in order to keep himself ahead in this match. We haven't seen Kelley make that long putt yet that he's known for. And that was an opportunity. Clint, had a really good shot. Hits the base of the tree and rolls 30 feet away. Putt obstructed. You think, okay, there's an opportunity for Kelley to come in and steal a hole and get back into this match. And it just hits the branch right up there. So Kelley now really doesn't have a great line at the basket here. He's going to have to make a decision how he decides to go forward, though. And he decides to jump at it. It goes to the base of one of the trees, so he'll have a little bit of an obstructed putt again. Feels like a missed opportunity there. I think if he had that to do over again, I think he would either do a stronger jump putt or take a different line. I think the line he just took was not exactly what he was seeing in his mind and what he was hoping would happen. Clint knows really he can take advantage of the opportunity. Does he have to make it? No. If he makes it, he puts all the pressure in the world on Ben. The only mistake here is going long and right. That is the only mistake. The unfortunate thing that could happen on this hole is a roll away. So here's Clint, 4-2. And he hits just short of the cage. So here we go. Ben Kelley, his opportunity to have the hole. And he does. We're going to assume Clint will make his. That'll have the hole again.
Pick that up.
Huh?
You need to pick it up.
All right. So he said he could pick it up.
Your bag down and everything.
Oh, yeah, I'll definitely pick it up.
All right. So he said Clint could pick it up. We'll see you on hole 13. Clint's going to stay 3 up on Ben. Hole 13, par 3, 65 feet. Probably plays closer to 295 feet at this point in time. Basket is up higher than normal. Clint's trying to determine what he's going to do. As you can see, this dude is flying on a skateboard with a car behind him. I'm gonna assume they're recording it or something. I think they are.
Trailer to the Tony Hawk video game. 100%.
Red tape.
Could be. Here's Clint with his tee shot. And he throws a backhand flex. It is turning over nicely if it misses all the trees. It just hit the tree beside where the basket normally would. If it misses that tree, I mean, he might be making a 2.
You said tree and smack that tree.
Here's Kelley with his tee. Destroyer, he turns it over. It turns over a little too much. It did fight out. He'll be just behind Clint, actually. Again, this is one of those holes where the alternate pin position, I feel like, is in a spot where we're mentioning those guys right there. They could be skateboarding down the hill and doing all that stuff for a new Tony Hawk game. So we're going to get back because they're going to let Kelley throw another forehand that's not part of it. That's fine. We'll talk while they're throwing. So, this is a hole where I feel like 2 has gotten really hard to get, but 3 is definitely easily done. So.
Oh, yeah. See how stable that is?
Yeah.
But it sounds like, this hole is, this makes 3 option where it makes total sense. Whereas going for 2, you have to absolutely pure line perfectly to even have a look at 2. So it's almost as if you can start watching your opponent, study him a little bit, and determine, hey, do I really want to take a super aggressive line and chance to roll away, or pitch up, take my 3 and get out. Sometimes that's a good thing to have in a course, is to have those score. They're not equalizers, I guess you could call them. They're not score separator holes, but they're not always the most fun to watch. Here we go. So here's Kelley. Second shot. He absolutely needs to get this close. and it's long, but he's within tap-in range. So, again, it's pretty safe to go for this unless you absolutely crank on it. So we could see Clint go for this, not have too much to worry. Only thing is literally a roll away, but the grass where it is and where that basket is, it's hard to see rollaways here that much. Clint, for a second, if he does make this, he would win the hole. Floats it up. He's beside the basket. If I had to guess, both of these gentlemen will make par, and we'll be on the hole 14. Clint Wright will be 3 up on Ben Kelley. Ben's starting to run out of holes. I felt like those 3 holes were 3 of the holes where he really needed to get a hole before we got to 14. 14 is a bomber hole. Make sure that Ben makes this shot. He's in. I bet Clint will be in. He picks up Clint's. We'll meet you on hole 14. Clint Wright, 3 up over Ben Kelley. Hole 14, 600, 6 feet long. The grass looks kind of thick. Looks like they're going roller anyways. Clint Wright with the tee shot. He's going roller to the high side of the hill. It depends on if it doesn't hit any of the trees. This could be really good. And it went through all of them. He's going to be midways up this hill. This might be one of the best rollers I've seen on this hill, on this hole. So Ben has that to look forward to. So Ben has to match that. Ben with his tee shot. He goes roller as well, stands it up. Doesn't stand up all the way. He's going to be probably 50 to 75 feet in front of the short tee, so he will go first. Clint will get to see what happens here. So, summary going through hole 13 now. It really feels like Clint has just not made any mistakes. He's making Ben beat him. Ben's not able to find that magic he usually can. No, we're nowhere near over, but he is 3 up. He has 5 holes left to play. He has to start making some shots. He has to start winning some holes in order to extend this on. So, as you can see, here's John Dale's coverage. Again, Crone, CROHN 321. That's the YouTube channel. Nelson. We just saw Nelson hit a that's his second. He was not sitting pretty for his third. So we'll see where it goes from there. As it stands, we're looking at our match. Ben has to win some holes. I mean, there's no other way to say this now. There needs to be some pressure put on. Ben needs to make a 3 here, put pressure on Clint. That's really the only way that we're going to see him get back into this match. His dreams of the finals could be over if he doesn't start winning some holes. Here's Ben with his second. He's up. It's going to crash early. He's going to be sitting. It's not going to be an easy up from there. He's probably sitting 50 to 60 feet still out. And you can tell from the look of his face, he knows that's not the shot he needed at that moment. So, So it's going to be up to him. You know, Ben will have to take a look at the situation. Clint does get to go first.
I'm about 60 feet right.
Clint does get to go next. Ben gets to see what Clint does. If Clint doesn't get this up and down, Ben may have some decisions. But if Clint gets this close, he has to run it. It's not going to be an easy run from where he's at. He's going to have a low ceiling, turning hill. Not all of his options are available, going to be available from that location. This might be one of the best shots I've seen on this hole. I mean, to be up here, we've seen longer ones, but to be here, absolute massive. Will the footing mess with him? So, Clint, second shot. And it doesn't. Nice layup. He's parked. He's probably within 15 feet of the basket. So, wonderful shot. He's played this hole magnificently. So let's see if we can go get behind Ben and get a better angle of what he's going to have to do. Okay, here's Ben. He knows what he has to do. And it just was low. You could tell he was running it by the speed in which he gave it. If Clint taps this in, we'll be dormy with 4 holes left to play. Clint still has to make it. He does. Clint goes 4 up with 4 to go. That's called dormy. We'll meet you on the 15th. We are hole 15, par 3, 225 feet. The tee is actually the same for the shorts and the longs on this hole. Clint Wright has the tee box. This is dormy. If they have, Clint will move on to the finals. Clint throws one, and this looks Park City. So Ben now knows what he needs to do. Ben already has mentioned it. He absolutely needs this. Here it is. First ace, he says. Here we go. And he turns it over. It just doesn't turn over enough. He absolutely gave it enough, though. All right. Looks like he's giving it to him. We'll walk, make sure. But, I mean, the crazier things have happened. We could see, you know, Ben makes a putt and Clint somehow misses it. I don't see that happening here. Clint looks to be less than 10 feet away. It should be a tap in for a player of his caliber. So we move on. We start looking ahead. You know, this match back behind us for Dustin versus Grant, absolutely heating up. I don't know what the score is. I can tell from here, just to give you an update if you're not watching the other stream, it's like Dustin hit a tree early or something. So, Dustin was 2 up through 8. Okay, here's Ben. And that pretty much seals his fate. That miss. Clint can actually lay up and tap in now. He doesn't even have to make it. But he does. Clint wins 5-3. We'll be back in just a moment. Hey guys, welcome back. Again, we're here with Clint Wright, the winner of the match. Clint, congratulations. Moving on to the finals.
Appreciate
Second year, how do you feel?
Unsure a little bit. It was a really fun match. Ben's a great competitor. We had a lot of fun, great conversation. Got to share some stuff up big time.
Talk about a couple holes here. Hole 3 absolutely decimated the drive, but then you still followed it up with an excellent upshot. Talk us through your approach on that hole. Is there a certain shot you're looking for off the tee, or is it just bombing as far as you can?
I usually throw Destroyer on the left side of the fairway. Kind of hug the bushes on the left a little bit because I know it's going to flex to the right and still be stable enough to come back. So while it's flexing, it's picking up as much distance as it can. So it just happened to land at a good spot today.
Good. Hole 11, I think hole 11 was a big hole for you. You have your second, you kind of miss your tee shot. You have your second shot, you run it about 15 feet past, but you absolutely jam the comeback. What's going through your mind as you approach that putt?
Honestly, I mean, just on the approach shot, it was a super low ceiling. Thought about getting on a knee. Decided that probably wasn't a great idea, and then just, juiced it a little past it and hit a putt coming back.
And then the last hole, hole 14, might be not the longest shot I've seen from the tee, but probably the best, considering it went up the hill halfway. Talk to us about your roller game there. Is that something you're looking for, trying to get the roller to the right side of the first tree? Or is that just, hey, it went there and I was just happy?
Well, no, man, I throw rollers on 2 holes.
Yeah.
Like, regardless of what course it is, it's 2 holes, and they're both on this course. It's hole 14 and hole 10. And when hole 10 is in the right position over there, rollers the play. It would have been today too, but phantom limb. But whatever. But 14 is just it sets up perfect for it because I mean you can work something up against the hill, kind of working back there, and if it does start to fade out a little bit, you've still got a straight shot. And I guess if you can trust your putter game enough to throw something that hard toward OB, then you're probably going to be all right.
Final thing going into it, this is your second run at it. You got another chance winning a match play. What are some things you're taking from last year's match play? You're looking forward to this year's finals. What are some things you're looking at?
Well, I mean, like I said, I'm kind of unsure now because I played like absolute garbage last year in the finals, and didn't play great today either. Missed I conceded hole 1 and then missed a 15-footer on hole 2 and another 15-footer somewhere else. So I got to putt a lot this week and try to sure some stuff up, and we'll just give it another run and see what happens.
All right. Well, Clint, congratulations. We'll see you in the finals. Don't know when that'll be. When we come back, we'll try to get some catch cam footage if the card is still moving on. Stay tuned. Thanks again.
See you guys.
Hey guys, welcome back. We're going to get catch cam of the car that was behind us. From what I understand, it sounds like Grant Kelley is up 1. Here's his tee shot. Just misses it. We're on hole 16. Looks like Dustin will be next. And it looks like he hits first available. So, thank you for joining us. We had Clint Wright win the last hole, 5 and 3. He really just didn't make any mistakes down the stretch, and Ben just could not tap into the magic that he typically does to make a long putt, get some momentum going. He never really had an opportunity to get momentum on his side. So, Clint played pretty well. Like I said, he missed a couple putts, but I think that's going to happen with some pressure. Sounds like he knows that pressure could build up going to the finals next year, and he's already thinking about it. So, but plenty of time from then to now, a lot of things. So, actually, Grant was with the tee shot that hit short, so Dustin could be up one. I'm not sure who's up. Someone's on the chat, they could say it. But here's Grant second. And he throws a little flex forehand. It hit the rock. Of all places for it to hit, that's probably not where he wanted it to hit, and he probably wanted it to go a little further. But he's sitting at about a 30-foot putt. So Dustin Nelson has a chance to win the hole here. So Dustin Nelson, he's talking about running it. We'll see what he decides to do. I think Grant is up one. No one in the chat saying, but I think Grant's up one. Here we go. Ooh. It's a semi-run. Grant, here, potentially have the hole. And he lands short. I'm going to imagine both of our competitors here make their putts. I'm going to go ahead and get my stand up and get ready to move on to hole 17. We'll wait for the conclusion to make sure that happens. He makes his putt. Doesn't matter. Dustin takes the hole. Meet you on hole 17. Hey guys, welcome back. Hole 17. If I'm going to be catch cam, I'm getting in a little more shape. Low shot coming. Skips, he's probably a good 75 feet short. Looks like that was Nelson. Here's Grant. Heiser. It's going pretty well. He is sitting probably 15, 20 feet away. He has an opportunity to take another hole before hole 18. I think they're all square going into this hole. So, all right, so going into this hole, from what I could tell from the back, I don't know a whole lot. Someone can mention if they wanted to, but it looked like to me Dustin probably had the first 8 holes, and then Grant hit that 50-footer or so for hole 9, and that had to turn some momentum. So we'll see what happens. It's interesting. I mean, we've had some holes get to 17 and 18, but not as many as typical. So we'll see what happens here. So, I mean, this is the semifinals. This is to get to the finals. You can see the John and Darius commentating team. Been following the card the whole time. We're just now joining Dustin Nelson for birdie. Just short. Gave it a good amount of distance, but the disc just stabled out a little too early with the nose up release. Here's Grant to get this hole. He is in. 1 up. So I just heard John Dell say Grant is 1 up going into the final hole. Hole 18. Grant's up 1. Goes to throw turnover forehand. Gets through the gap. And he's sitting just to the side of the tee pad, as you can see over there. He's trying to sneak one through. It does get through. Bounces. I mean, he's on an upslope. He won't be able to get a full run up. We're going to go ahead and walk down here. So, see you back in just a minute. I think we may have missed Nelson's shot. I think we may have missed Nelson's shot. I'm not sure. Yep. So his second shot, he released early or something. He's way up there. He needs to park this in order to even get close to possibly having the hole. So this is going to have to be the bomb of his life. He's got a decent angle to hyzer it in. We'll see what he does. He decides to go with roller, and it just does not stand up. You know, I wonder if he just was not confident in his ability to fly it all the way to the flag, all the way to the pin. I just, you know, that type of roller, I don't know if that works the best. He might could have walked up and taken a better shot through the air. As it is, Dustin's still out. He needs to run this and can it and hope that Grant just doesn't make his anywhere near for a 4. Because a half a hole here does him no good. So here we go. Dustin, he really needs to run this and make it. And it's just not high enough. It's a great park shot, but it's just not high enough to advance. So Grant now really can lay up twice in order to win this. Here he goes. Yeah, he don't even have to run. Oh. He can lay up again, though, tie the hole, and still win it. So, really, yep, and Grant is going to be, yeah, and all he's got to do is have the hole. So, I think Dustin realizes that now. Nope, he's wanting to watch him. But the only way this hole does not get halved, yeah, that's the only way. I do. Okay. He's in. Yep. So you got Grant. You went through one, Kelley. Now you got to go through 2 of them. See you, Clint. Good game. All right, guys. We'll talk to you later. We'll see if I'm helpful for anything. I may have a player interview. I'm not sure.